I wanted to do a quick video on all the festivals that came with the Sims 4 hobbies and businesses. They're actually called meetups. Every meetup has a leader. By default, all notifications are turned off for the meetups, but you can turn the notifications on and off individually, clicking on the monitor board. So there are 7 meetups altogether, and this is focused on different hobbies and to meet different Sims who participate in those hobbies. So the meetups include creative co-work, galactic gambits, munch and mingle, pottery pals, sweat and socialize, writers and readers, and the spotlight stars. So creative co-work focuses on things like painting, woodworking, and an activity table. Galactic Gambits deals with chess and telescopes. Munch and Mingle has a grill, a bar, and like a seating area. Pottery and Pals has a pottery wheel and kiln. Sweat and Socialize has a workout machine and punching bags. Writers and Readers have the least amount of equipment with just having a whiteboard and a seating area. And the Spotlight Stars has a microphone, a piano, and a cooler. So in these different meetups, you can ask for mentorship, you can give mentorship, you can lead classes if there's a whiteboard, like at the Writers and Readers event, and host a class for money. You can just talk to different Sims. The best one that I found the most helpful was actually Pottery and Pals. So if you're in the Pottery and Pals, you meet one of the NPC characters who owns the pottery shop in town, and she can actually bestow a mastery perk on you if you ask her, if you make a high enough relationship with her and ask her for it. So that's the only benefit, I guess, of these different activities or these different meetups, is that your individual, Sim can build a lot of relationships, get a lot of mentorship. You can use any of the activities to build up your skills. So if you want to go to, let's say, creative co-work and spend the whole 5 hours just woodworking, you'll obviously level up your woodworking. So if you don't want to buy your Sim these equipments to use at home, you can come to this public space and use it. A lot of the meetups also have a sell table, so you can sell pottery goods that you make for money. I saw the same faces pretty much over and over again at all the meetups. It's a mix of different NPCs, not just from Norvstad, but also from other Sims 4 worlds, from other expansion packs. You'll see the same faces over and over again. But, it's neither here nor there. And of all the festivals we've had across the Sims 4 franchise, starting with City Living up to present, I think these ones are implemented in the best way. I like that you can turn notifications on and off. And I like that you can choose what notifications you do want if there are certain groups that you care about. I had my Sim go to each meetup at least once. I don't think she would go again at this point, but it was nice to just see what it is. I hope for future updates, they'll retroactively go back and modify it where you can turn on and off notifications for different events. While my Sim was going to these different meetups, I kept getting events for festivals from the Life and Death expansion pack, and I kept getting pop-ups for festivals from City Living, like GeekCon, Romance Fest. It's like, it would be nice to turn some of those things off. We get a lot of notifications in The Sims 4 that just pop up on your screen. It makes things very hectic and very busy. I think the best feature of hobbies and businesses is actually not being able to be overwhelmed by all these festivals. If you turn them off, you don't get any notification. And that kind of quiets down 7 times, a week, these pop-ups. Now for the meetups, they do meet 2 days a week. Usually one day is in Ervstad and one day is in Galmovik. Now you can travel to either one. You don't have to obviously live in Norvstad to go to either event. And you don't have to live in that individual neighborhood to go to that event. It doesn't seem to affect what type of NPC show up. So I had my Sim go, she was already living in Gammervik, so I had her go to all the Gammervik locations because it was literally within walking distance. I didn't have to wait for a load screen. So that was kind of a benefit of having your Sim live in that direct area. But yeah, other than that, I think this was pretty status quo. Festivals are what they are in The Sims 4. They usually don't provide a lot of value. They're kind of niche, and it's a one and done. your sim goes once and then they go, home, and that's pretty much the end of it. Unless you have some sort of aspiration or whim that makes you go to one of these events again. Sometimes NPCs will invite you to events, at least for city living. NPCs will say, hey, do you want to meet me at GeekCon? I didn't really get that in this game. I never had an NPC ask me like, hey, do you want to meet me at, the creative co-work meetup? It's like, probably not, since hobbies are so niche and it depends on what your sim is into. So that was kind of a missed opportunity. I think if your sim has friends who do the same hobbies as they do, and you know what type of traits they have or what type of skills they have, they should invite you to this. But no, that doesn't happen in this game. But let me know in the comments below, are these festivals and the way that these festivals work from businesses and hobbies something you want to see implemented in other packs?